Hey guys, Casey with KK Fitness Training, and today I want to talk to you about something that has transformed not just my body, but my mindset, energy, and honestly, my entire approach to health and wellness. And that's the faster way to fat loss. So, have you ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, like you're doing it all, you're not seeing results, doing the same thing, but the scale's not moving or it's going up? Or you just have a season of life that you can't commit to hours in the gym or meal prepping? I've got you. My next round starts on Monday, and join me and hundreds of other women and men making drastic changes to their life and growing stronger with more confident without injectables, drastic changes to the lifestyle, or even giving up their favorite foods. Are you ready for real change? It's time to jump in with me. So let me just take you back for a second. I'm a certified personal trainer, nutrition specialist, fitness coach. And between 2012 and 2020, I was starving myself, moving and working out for hours on end. Every break, every chance I got, I was putting movement in and working towards that number on the scale. Things stopped working, so I would cut more, move more, and really just making myself more exhausted at the end of the day. I saw a few fellow fitness coaches and trainers start a program I'd never heard about and talked about how their hormones leveled out, their energy improved, they leaned out without depriving themselves, and going into perimenopause and menopause, they just felt more amazing than they ever had. And I wanted to gain that kind of confidence and control over my life. So what's in this program? It's strategic workouts, carb cycling. Don't be afraid of that. I got to have bread today, and it was a low carb day. Intermittent fasting, whole food nutrition, macro focused, not calorie tracking, and it's all taught step by step over that first 6 weeks. There's no guessing, no Googling, no AI searches, no random diets, fads, pills, or shots. Just proven and scientifically backed system that really works. So we're going to break it down for you. The workout strategy. We have 3 different types of workouts. We do strength training, building lean muscle, high intensity to burn fat more effectively, low intensity and active recovery to help keep you moving, but also giving your body time to recover. Your nutrition strategy, well, we track macros, which are your protein, your fats, and your carbs. And it's personalized for you and your goals. And when we eat carbs, yes, you get carbs. We talk to you about when to eat them properly and fueling your body. So properly and getting to eat more. If it came from the ground or it had a mama, it's good to eat. And then carb cycling. We have some higher days, some lower days, some moderate days, but this all helps retrain your body to burn fat more effectively without slowing down your metabolism. Intermittent fasting. Not starving yourself. Personalized goal, it's your body systems. It's a whole reset. It's progress over perfection. Your body is either digesting or healing. So we're giving your body time to rest by not having it go through digestion. And again, that is personalized for every person. And coach and community. So you're not alone. You get daily guidance, accountability, support from me and others like you. And it's the difference between success and quitting. So what all this offers is you get a certified coach, me. I'm the monster at the end of the book. You get me to walk you through this. You get levels of workouts. There's gym workouts, high intensity, low intensity. There is at home, advanced. So whatever level you're at, you get different levels of workouts. You get a personalized nutrition plan, real life skills, teaching you how to cook your food, when to cook it, what good foods to eat, and maybe try some new meals. We get meal guides every week with delicious new meals to try. Supportive community, others just like you going through these struggles and learning how to reset their body to be more effectively burning fat and just feeling amazing going throughout the rest of their life. And education that you can use forever. If you do the 6 weeks and you're done, you're still going to learn things that you can take with you for the duration. And if you stick with it longer and get into the VIP community, then even better. You're just going to learn more. I've learned so much over my last few years as a First, just a VIP member, and then as a coach. So this isn't a quick fix, but it's sustainable lifestyle choices. And the value of this, if we piece it all together, would cost hundreds per month. Certified personal trainer is between $40 and $100 per session. A dietitian is $75 to $200 per consult. A structured program with a coach and accountability is hundreds of dollars, and that's not even including the daily support and community. So you're going to be learning how to fuel your body correctly, train effectively, and develop long-term habits. It's lifestyle changes, not a quick fad. And instead of just blowing money on whatever TikTok skinny talk is telling you to do, invest in yourself and your future self to maintain results. So if you're feeling stuck, you want to lose fat but keep muscle, if you're tired of starting over and you're ready for something that actually works, this is your sign. We start on Monday, and I would absolutely love to be able to coach you through it. You're not alone. You don't have to guess and fall for the next TikTok fad. So invest in confidence, energy, longevity. Let's show up for your best self for summer of 2026 or even farther. And comment below for more information. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content and to support your friends like me. So today, guys, we're going to talk about minerals that matter and the missing link in your hormone routine, all right, in your health routine. So today we're diving into something that is so overlooked, but makes a massive difference in how you feel, how your body functions, and how well those multivitamins and vitamins that you're taking actually work. And that's minerals. A lot of people are doing the right things, taking vitamins, eating pretty healthy, trying to stay hydrated, but still feeling tired, bloated, foggy, and just off. And one of the biggest reasons, your body may not be absorbing what you're giving it. So let's talk about that. Why minerals are essential for vitamin absorption. The best days and times to take common vitamins, and we're also going to get into the top mineral deficiencies in America. So why do minerals matter? Let's break it down. Vitamins don't work alone. They rely on minerals to actually absorb and be used in your body. So think of it like this. Vitamins are the workers, minerals are the tools and the supervisors. Without minerals, vitamins can literally just pass through your system without doing their job. So some examples: magnesium helps activate vitamin D. Zinc supports immune function and helps vitamin A work properly. Sodium and potassium regulate hydration and nerve signaling. And iron works alongside your B vitamins for energy and production. So if you're taking all the right vitamins but low in minerals, you're not getting the full benefit. So why some people say, I take supplements, but I don't feel any different. Well, it's not about taking more. It's about getting better absorption. And minerals also impact your muscle function if you're getting cramps or tightness, your sleep quality, your energy levels, hormone balances, and hydration. So this is fundamental stuff, not extra credit. So when should we take those vitamins? Now, let's make this practical because timing actually matters. So in the morning with food, whenever you break your fast, not necessarily breakfast, but break your fast, you're going to look to take your multivitamin. And so that gives you nutrients to start your day. Your B vitamins to boost your energy so you can feel super alert and maybe not need that second cup of coffee. And vitamin D to work with your circadian rhythm and your sunlight exposure. So take them with food because some fat, because they're fat soluble, helps improve absorption. And so the vitamins you really want to take with meals and that you can take with lunch if you didn't get them in with breakfast, think of like DEAK, D-E-A-K. So vitamin A, D, E, K. And you need dietary fat to absorb these properly, healthy fats preferably. And if you're taking vitamin D on an empty stomach, you're likely wasting it. It needs fat to absorb. And then at night, Your best time is magnesium, which helps with relaxation, sleep, and muscle recovery. But if you've taken some minerals and some things with magnesium during the day, just be mindful because it could lead to more bathroom trips. Calcium supports your bone health and can help promote calmness. Magnesium is also a game changer for sleep, stress, and muscle recovery. So, quick tips: avoid taking iron with calcium, they compete with absorption. Vitamin C does help with iron. That is a great combination. And hydration and electrolytes help everything function better. And now, our most common mineral deficiencies, and where this is really important, because even though we have all the food in America, we're not eating properly. Even if you're eating normally or healthy, you still may be deficient because of more processed foods, depleted soil quality. That spinach you get in the winter doesn't have as many nutrients as the spinach you get in the summer. Stress, you're sweating without replenishing. So some big ones that we tend to be deficient in is I'm going back to that M word, magnesium. Over 50% of Americans are deficient in magnesium. It supports, as I've said, sleep, stress, muscle recovery, and what I didn't tell you, it actually can help your blood sugar too. So signs you might be low: getting muscle cramps, especially at night if they wake you up in the middle of the night, poor sleep, super anxiety or irritability. When I have the right magnesium, I do not get nearly as anxious as a perimenopause woman. I tend to have a lot less anxiety. And sodium. Yes, really. Even though our health organizations tell us that we are overdoing it in sodium and it's bad for your heart. But especially for active people, you need it for hydration, for nerve function, and for energy. Low sodium can cause fatigue, headaches, and dizziness. And this is why electrolytes matter, not just water. And stay away from the table salt. Try to get something better. So mineral salts, those kind of things that are going to give you a lot more bang for your buck. And the last one that we tend to be really deficient in, potassium. So this does balance the sodium, supports your heart health and muscle function. And if you're low, it can be weakness, cramping, and actually irregular hydration. Other things just to keep on the mindset that we may be deficient in, but not as high in America, is zinc. That does help your immune system, hormone health, big one for us women, and skin, and iron, which is especially in women during that time of the month, critical for energy, oxygen transportation throughout the body. Your body is not being oxygenated as well if you have low iron. And so if you have brain fog, low endurance, or fatigue, iron might be the culprit. So here's the takeaway. If you want to feel better, have more energy, sleep deeper, and actually see results from your nutrition, don't just focus on vitamins, but get that mineral absorption in as well. And start simple. Add a quality electrolyte or mineral salt. I take a half tablespoon of Baja mineral salt every morning. I just take it back. I don't like it in my water, just straight. But take your vitamins at the right time of the day. Pair your nutrients correctly so you can actually use them and absorb them. And because your body isn't just about what you take in, it's about how you absorb it and use it. So I'll leave you with this. Are you fueling your body or just filling it? If this has helped you, share it with someone who's doing all the right things but still not feeling their best. And let's help your body work with you, not against you. And if you'd like to join my personal VIP community where you get exclusive content, we go deeper into topics like this. I get real about my struggles and what I have found on my journey from my 20s to perimenopause. Send an email at Casey at KK Fitness Training or leave a comment below and I will get you information about that. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to help your friends like me. All right, here we go, guys. We are getting a little more personal on this one today, so a little more real. Confessions of a personal trainer. Sugar, struggles, and finding balance. Because I want to pull back the curtain on something that people don't always expect. Personal trainers, we don't have it all figured out. And so this is my confession about sugar, my struggle with that, learning a healthier relationship with food, and maybe you'll see a little bit of yourself in this as well. So, this sugar cookie incident. Let me set the scene for you. I'm at a networking event, I'm feeling good, I've had a solid day, and then I see them. The sugar cookies with cute little pink bunnies on them. Not just one or two or 10, but 15. I had 15 sugar cookies. And in the moment, they tasted amazing. The butteriness, I can still taste it in my mouth. And I had no regrets while I was eating them. But afterwards, you know that feeling, sluggish, slightly guilty, your joints and everything aches. And that voice kept creeping in, telling me I should have known better. And that's where this gets important, because my first instinct is to be shame, restriction. I'll do better tomorrow. I'll get in an extra workout. But I've learned that that cycle doesn't actually fix anything. And I have a real sugar addiction. I have looked at icing on a plate in a trash can, and if there wasn't somebody else there, I would have grabbed it and eaten it. I know that this is a problem for me. So I tend to try to stay away from them. I don't buy things like that in the house very often because I know I can't control it. So how do we change our relationship with food? So I've learned the hard way. Food's not the enemy, and neither is enjoying it. And for a long time, I lived in the extremes. Good food versus bad food, on track, off track, all in or completely off the rails. And that mindset is just exhausting. And what I've learned is neutralizing food. So instead of I was bad for eating the cookies, it's okay, that happened. Moving on, next thing. And so maybe I should have had a little more protein in my day, more hydration, or just enjoy the moment. And guess what? That's allowed. You tend to know you have a problem if you're concealing it or hiding it. I did that day wait for the people that were kind of joking about it to leave the room, and then I had more. So that's when you know it's a real problem and you need to figure out a way around that. So hard days still happen. That day was not that long ago. And the bad days where I don't get my workout in or I eat more junk food than I planned or I'm just off on my routine, it doesn't magically go away because I'm a trainer. The difference is how I respond to it. So instead of spiraling and thinking, how could I have done that? Why did I do that? It's more of a, what season am I in? How's my cycle? Where am I at? Maybe that was why I was craving those. Peak discipline, perfect routines, dialed in nutrition is not every season. And sometimes busy, you're stressful, you're emotional, or guess what? You're just human. All those seasons and the goals shift from perfection to support. How can you better equip yourself for next time? And the weight story. So something else that took me a long time to accept, the number on the scale. I used to chase 125 pounds. It's what my BMI chart said I should be at. And at one point, I was close to 170 pounds. And I thought, if I can just get to 125, I'll feel better. I'll be healthier. I'll be more confident. But the truth is, I never was able to hit 125. Your body likes to be a certain weight. And when you're working against that, it is such a hard thing. And so that felt like a failure. I had intense calorie restriction. There are nights dinner was a canned cup of sweet peas. Every chance I could, I was working out, wall sits at the store, walking on my lunch, going to work early so I could walk, hitting every class I could. I would rearrange my schedule to hit more classes. I would push my stroller a mile to take a class, to walk the track, and then push my stroller another mile to and from the gym. Food was still processed. I ate McDonald's, Dairy Queen shakes, or Blizzard Steak and Shake shakes. Everything was a box or a can at home. I hated, and I can't tell you, I hated vegetables. I only liked red delicious apples and very sugared up strawberries for fruit. So then I started using in-body scanners and looking at muscle mass, body composition, how my body actually functions. And it made me realize that my body feels best between 140 and 148. And I have energy. I feel strong. I'm not obsessed over food. I don't feel like I have to say no to anything. And that is freedom. I get to eat. I've learned that through several tries how to actually cook. I took one meal, my Aunt Doris's lasagna, and I slowly, over time, made changes to it to make it a little healthier. I tried salad for the first time from Olive Garden, tried a smoothie, and at first it took a couple extra scoops of sugar, and now there's no sugar. Kodiak pancakes to make protein cookies. Just as slow as the flash from Zootopia, I changed my food intake, not go on a diet. And I noticed how I felt, how I looked, and that I wasn't crashing or tired all the time. So my confession, but also my encouragement, you can love fitness and still struggle. You can be knowledgeable and still have hard days. And you can be healthy without being perfect. And the goal isn't never to eat the cookies or never miss a workout or, heaven forbid you ever mess up on anything. The goal is learning how to come back without fear or tearing yourself down. So the next time you have a 15 cookie moment, ask yourself, what did I learn? What do I need? And how can I support myself better next time? I get tripped up when I'm not prepared for those days and the treats are just there. I do much better when I can prepare. So I just kind of try to prepare myself every day that there might be extra treats somewhere. And it's not about punishment. It's about progress. It's about awareness. And it's about building a life you can actually enjoy and live in. So, question, are you chasing a number or are you chasing a feeling? Because when you find what actually makes you feel best, that's when things start to change for good. And if you want to join my VIP community where I get real about all these struggles that women face from 20s to menopause, share real recipes that are tried and true, my kids swear by them, share minerals and supplements that have helped me and the tricks to stop myself from eating 15 cookies. Sometimes it works. Send me an email at Casey@KK Fitness Training or comment below for more information. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, because it helps your small businesses and your friends like me. So, how to build a routine that actually fits in your life. So, today we're talking about something that sounds really simple, but is actually one of the biggest reasons that people struggle to stay consistent with fitness and nutrition. It's finding a routine that fits in your life. It's not because you're lazy or not because you're not disciplined, but because you're trying to follow a routine that was never designed for your schedule, your energy, or the season of life that you're in. So we're going to walk you through it today and help you build a routine that might actually fit in your life versus the perfect routine you see on social media. And I'm also going to give you some free biohacks to make it easier and real life strategies to simplify your workouts, your meals, and your sleep. So let's get to it. So stop copying, start customizing. So that perfect routine you see online, it's not your routine. And you don't need to wake up at 5 a.m., especially if you're always exhausted. You don't need 2-a-day workouts or complicated meal plans. You need something you can repeat. And so what can you realistically do on your busiest day? Because if your routine only works on your best day, it's not a real routine. You're not going to stick with it because guess what? Life gets busy. So biohacks to start your day off right and to help you get into this. And this doesn't take a whole lot of time. So it makes everything easy without overcomplicating it. And they're free that you can do anywhere, anytime. Morning sunlight helps with energy, your metabolism, and it helps you sleep later. And even if you wake up before the sun rises, try to get out into that sunshine whenever the sun does finally come up. Hydrate first thing, adding a pinch of mineral salt or drinking some electrolytes if you can, supports your energy and reduces cravings. And walk daily, especially after a heavier meal. It doesn't have to be intense, just movement equals momentum. And then getting in, again, those electrolytes and minerals, they are super important. Best with hydration, but you can do them separately too if you need. These aren't flashy, but they are just foundational. Then finding time to work out. That's one of the biggest things that I hear. It's the biggest excuse. I don't have time. But when do you have time? Maybe you have 5 minutes here or 10 minutes there, or 20 to 30 minutes at any one time. They don't have to be an hour long. They don't have to be perfect. They don't even have to be at a gym. A 20-minute walk at home or body weight exercises or splitting it up throughout the day. Maybe you do a wall sit a couple times, while you're waiting for the Zoom call to start. Or maybe you do some jumping jacks while you're trying to wait for the boss to come in and your anxiety's a little high. Things that you can do throughout the day. And it doesn't have to be all at once. You can really stagger it out and schedule it like an appointment. It's not a if I get to it moment. Because when you show up for what's scheduled, and like those doctor's appointments that are trying to sometimes keep you healthier longer, that's what these workouts are. They are trying to keep you healthier longer, and so you can be more functional in your day-to-day life. Cooking once and eating all week. I've talked about this before. I love this method. So you don't have to cook every day. I already pulled ground beef that I cooked last week out of the freezer so we can have spaghetti tonight. It just makes it easier when it's already cooked, makes the whole process simple. So cooking once and eating all week. So picking 1 to 2 proteins, 1 to 2 carbs, 1 to 2 vegetables, batch cook them, and then you can mix and match. Or if you're cooking a dinner, make a couple extra portions. Or if you know people are going to go back for seconds and eat all you have, set a couple portions aside for you to have for lunches or dinners later. And so ground chicken or turkey, rice or some kind of potato, and then roasted vegetables are great ways to mix and match. You've got quick meals, less decision fatigue, and way less stress. So then we're going to go to our smoothies on the go. I have mine. I take it every day, everywhere with me for those crazy days when life just lifes, right? Smoothies can be your best friend. So using like a blend jet or a small portable blender can help you take it anywhere. You get your protein in fast. You avoid skipping meals. So you can throw in protein powder, frozen fruits, and spinach, almond milk, done in 60 seconds. It's great. If you want a little bonus, you can add in some BCAAs, electrolytes, greens, collagen, or chia seeds. Mine has all of that. And I can tell when I'm missing one of those things because most of them are flavored and then the flavor tastes off. But it really is my afternoon pickup with those BCAAs and those extra vitamins from the fruit just really helps me stay on track. So we got through your biohacking in the morning, your food throughout the day, your smoothie for an afternoon boost. So now let's talk about your sleep and what actually works. And if your sleep is off, everything's harder. That decision fatigue sets in sooner. You don't want to make the right choices. You're too tired to work out. You're too tired to think about food. So instead of a complicated nighttime routine, keep it simple. Consistency over perfection, right? Progress over perfection. Go to bed within the same time frame, 30 to 60 minutes almost every night. Try to get up the same time almost every day. And dim the lights about 30 minutes before bed. Put your phone down or at least reduce the stimulation. Mine goes into black and white mode at a certain time. And I've even gotten it set to a warmer mode throughout the day. So it is less, pulls me in less with it being not so bright and colorful all the time. And you can use magnesium if you need. I have magnesium spray I put on the bottom of my feet from Safe and Sound Soap Company. You can take magnesium and remember that, better sleep equals better workouts, better craving control, and better mood overall. Sleep is your superpower. The sleep you get one night will set up your next day to be a success or to be really bumpy. So, what do you need to take away from this little talk? Well, you don't have to have the perfect routine. It just has to be consistent, and it has to be doable even on your busiest day. Start small. One workout, one prep day, one little sleep better habit. Just small changes. If you make one small change every week, you'll have 52 different changes throughout the year. If you make one small change every day, that's 365 small changes throughout the year. They don't have to be big, just small little tricks. And consistency isn't about doing everything, but it's about doing a few things over and over again. And so leaving you with this question, what would your routine look like if it actually supported your life instead of competing with it? And if you want to join my personalized VIP community where we get real about the struggles of women between 20s and menopause, I give you recipes to cut time in the kitchen. I share my smoothie recipes with you, and all the supplements I use in those and the routines that help me in my day. Send an email to casey@kkfitnesstraining.com or comment below for more information. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. They are free ways to help small businesses and your friends like me. I'm done.